Welcome, welcome back to another beautiful day in my kitchen, where we drink the potato juice and we cook. We cook the traditional dishes of the Ukraine, of the Eastern Europeans, of the Eastern Russia, of the food, of the good, of the over there. Anyways, today we'll be making some beef stroganoff. That's right, the stroganoff. It only comes from one place, the Russia. So we will be doing the beef stroganoff and we'll be doing some more Russian cookies. That's right, because this is the last episode of the week talking about these things, and guess what? It's over, guys. So Russia today. No more Ukraine, unfortunately. So Russian beef stroganoff, Russian tea cookies. Hope you're ready, because I am ready. Get your vodka, get your potato juice. Let's do this. Salud. Zdravstvitanya. As we say. All right. Yes, let's do this. All right, I gotta take these off, otherwise I can't see. Gotta get the hat back on. Full uniform. As you see, I am in full Adidas uniform. A full Adidas three-piece suit, okay? This is the only way. This is the potato juice that we will be using. And we will be having lots of fun today. So, today, we got no time to waste. We have many things to do. We are in the middle of invasion. We have no time to waste. So, we will start cooking right away. So, let's get this fire started. First, we must drink this. Why am I holding it? Better. I forgot that I already got the ingredients out. We got the mushroom, the mighty onion, and the mighty garlic, and some beef, the mighty beef. First thing we will be doing is getting this big pan on fire. Once we have on fire, we wait for heat. Alright guys, so today we'll be making some beef stroganoff. Very simple recipe, very easy stuff. You know, very elementary, I guess. Shouldn't be that hard to make. I saw in the comments already a few people, like Opie, shout out to you. You're gonna use some deer instead of beef. Yes, of course. You know what I mean? In fact, use it. See, Gizmo agrees. He's a big fan. You know, 100%. Right? Sorry. You know, Gizmo's a big fan. But anyways, yeah, venison is actually like a, you know, more typical meat to use in dishes like this. You know what I mean? I don't know the exact history on the beef stroganoff, but it is called beef stroganoff, you know, so I'm guessing there has to be some sort of beef in there. Right? Yeah, sorry, I heard, I don't know if it was my own voice, you know? Or the Russian hard bus. Okay, so it's very simple, guys. So today we got some cubed beef, okay? Some just cubed beef. This is a very simple dish. Now, I see many ways, you know, many recipes, you know, like how to kind of make this. And depending on the kind of beef you got, depends on how you're gonna make this. If you got like, you know, New York sirloin strip, you know, some nice tender cuts, well, you're not gonna have to really cook it that much. But, you know, we poor out here in Russia. We cannot even afford potato for today's dish. That's how poor we are. We cannot even afford the potato. So this beef is also Russian cow beef. So very, very tough. Very tough. So we must cook and cook some more and cook again and keep cooking it and just continue cooking until eventually it gets soft and tender. Like Russian poet. In fact, that is how do we create a Russian poet. You know, we beat him to death, literally. Okay, and then when he is almost dead, at that point we let him leave, and then he creates the poetry. And that is the Russian way. So we will be seasoning this beef, because you must season everything, or else it will taste like shit. It will probably taste like shit anyway, but this helps make it taste less like shit. So, especially when you know, don't have the best ingredients, you know, due to the economic sanctions and due to the fact that you're Russian and we don't have anything in Russia. All we have in Russia are bears and snow and women. Okay, so let's bring it back over here. Well, you guys can see right there. All right, what we're gonna do. This is, you know, pretty simple. We're keeping it simple, stupid today. This is again very simple dish, super simple dish. Anyone can make. If you cannot make this, just shoot yourself with a paintball gun. Okay, I forgot that it was YouTube. I cannot tell people what, all kinds of things like that. So just please, if you do not know how to cook this, just throw yourself in the pool. This. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay. So we will now get the salt and the pepper, and we will mix it into the meat. We will massage the meat. Okay, in a non-sexual way. Okay, once the meat has been massaged thoroughly, we will drop it. We will drop it like it's hot. Try to keep the oil in the pan. Again, very simple today. Let me give you a close-up. Look at this magic. Look at this. Ta-da! Do not ever say, I am not magic. We have all the water boiling for the noodles. So as you guys can see, look at the flavor already building. Look at this deliciousness. So just make sure every piece gets some of that delicious. Look at that. we gotta get ready for the next step. Okay, so I actually have two kinds of mushrooms here. I got these big creminis, and I got these small little, cute little button mushrooms. And you know what? For this dish, I think I'm gonna go with these. Okay, so we're gonna get these. Now, what we gotta do is we gotta get the onion ready, all right? All right, now we're gonna let that meat cook. Gonna let that meat do its thing back there. All right. Remember, we're gonna cook this a very long time. So the reality is that it doesn't really matter how long it's cooking back there. In this step, we just don't want to burn it. And again, it should be very easy not to burn it. In the meantime, we're gonna be getting all the other ingredients ready. All right, so that we can be ready. The mise en place. I learned this in culinary school when Mother Russia took me, sent me away. When Mother Russia sent me away to learn the ways of the chef, the cook, so I can be the best cook for the army. All right, so again, we gotta keep this simple, guys. All right, so we're just gonna dice some onion. You know, this is again super simple recipe. Anyone can make it, you know, at home. Before I got the show started, I got some water boiling back there, and I'm just gonna let it boil for a few minutes. All right, we're gonna get the pasta in there in a second because beef stroganoff, you can serve it however you want. You know, you can serve it, you know, with rice, with noodles, with whatever. I was trying to get egg noodles. I couldn't find any egg noodles, so I just got regular noodles. And we're gonna butter these noodles, and that's what we're gonna be using, all right? So, like I said, right now what we're doing is just getting the ingredients that we're gonna be needing for the next step of this dish here, okay? So, onions, you know, some garlic, and the mushroom. Super, super simple. Again, super easy dish. Anyone can make at home. And again, I got the recipe down below. You can follow along if you want, or you can kind of do your own version. You know, whether you want to add venison instead of beef, whether you want to add a few other ingredients or take away a few ingredients, whatever you want. That's the beauty of cooking. Here in here in Mexico, you know, we go with what we got. And that's it. You gotta do what you gotta do. And that's it. Again, let's check on that meat. Alright, so check the meat. Now you see all that browning down here? That's from the sugars coming out of the meat and caramelizing and then kind of like burning a little bit. Not burning, but creating this thing called a Maillard reaction, which I'm sure you've heard fancy terms. The best way to create this is basically, depending on the pan you got. Like some pans like this one right here, are really good at creating that Maillard reaction, as you can see there. All right, so what are we gonna do now? First, we're gonna fix the camera a little bit there so you can see. The next thing we're gonna do is, as you guys can already see from here, this beef is browned sufficiently. If we keep going here, we're probably gonna burn it. So let's not do that. All right, let's go on ahead. All right, I'm putting this here, you know, so you can just see what I'm doing. Okay, good. Okay, just moving this away for a minute, just for a minute. Yeah, that's a little piece of fat. We're gonna leave that in there. All right, so we're gonna move this away for a minute. And the reason we're doing that is so that we can add the onions in there now. And the water in the onions will help release, you know, some of that stuff that's down there. All right, so, and if you add salt, it'll help it even more. Oops. All right, and that's it. Look at that. If you can only smell. So what we're still missing, we gotta add the garlic. We're still and the mushroom, so we gotta hurry. Stop dilly-dallying. All right. So this is a very quick and easy meal, something you can kind of make ahead of time as well and leave to just do its thing and then eat whenever you're ready. So we're actually going to get this beef, we're going to get all this cooking, and then right after that we're going to start working on the cookies. And then after that, you know, we'll finish off the beef stroganoff. But it shouldn't take too long. Should be pretty quick today. Okay, so as you guys can see, all right, from Skycam, all right, it's doing its thing. So now we add the garlic, all right. Now these mushrooms, I want to keep whole. I want to keep most of these whole. All right, and you know I hate washing them, so we're just gonna kind of like look them over. This one right here, we're gonna nip the tip, but we're just gonna like look them over, and then with my hands, just basically, if there's any kind of that dirt, you just take it off. All right. Remember that dirt is sterile. The way these things are grown is not like other things are grown, and you don't want to wash them, man, because the minute you wash them, man, there's some shit. It's not bueno. Anyways, the reason I'm keeping these guys whole for the most part is because they're small, and I like the little small button, little mushroom thing. I think some of the super small ones we're gonna keep super small, but I think I'm gonna cut a few of them because I want these to be small. You know, normally you would like slice these mushrooms, right? Like, you know, that'd be a good way to kind of present them. You feel me? But in this case, I like the little, tiny little mushroom thing. So we're just the bigger ones. I'm just gonna cut in half. As you guys can see, I'm not really that worried about the dirt on these guys. All right, like everything else you see, I really washed to death. But mushrooms, there's not really that much of a need. Now wild mushrooms, I don't know. This might be a different story. I'm just talking about these things here. But again, if I'm wrong, please someone can correct me out there. All right, so that's it. You know, we're not just cutting them up a little bit, the ones that need to be cut, but other ones are remaining whole. We're gonna stick them now in here. All right, and now we're gonna move over here so you can see. All right, now, in that time, look how quickly things have cooked, all right? So now what are we gonna do? I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna add some liquid in there, all right? In order to help deglaze that pan. And what are we gonna add? Let's go with a little bit of wine, all right? Now this may not be 100% traditional, but again, you can do your own thing. I want to add a little bit of wine in there, white wine, not red wine. Red wine will be way too overpowering. And then you're making something, if you add red wine, you're making beef bourguignon. All right, but we're not making beef bourguignon. You know, we're making beef stroganoff, okay? So we're just adding a tiny bit of wine. Again, you can do whatever you want. But you see, as soon as I added that wine, the acidity, the liquid, everything, now it cleaned the whole pan. It deglazed the bottom of the pan, and at the same time, It's gonna give it a nice little flavor once it cooks off. We just needed a little bit of liquid, okay? That's all we needed in there. And that's all we got in there. All right, so now we're gonna go and look over, you know, the ingredients that I put for this recipe. And then we're gonna just go with that. All right. I know I gotta add some, because I've made this dish a million times, you know, many versions. Oh, but I'm trying to just keep it. We're just trying to, yeah, don't be careful what kind of mushrooms you use as well. All right, but you see, very, very simple. We already got, I think, everything in there. Okay, yeah. So now we're gonna get that butter. First of all, we gotta get the butter off for the cookies. But also, we need some butter in this bad boy. And why? Because, you know, butter is flavor. All right? So we're gonna add that butter in there, all right? Nice and yummy. Okay. Sorry. So, yeah, basically the recipe is a lot of the ingredients I've already used before. Okay. So now we've added that in there. We're gonna add some Worcestershire sauce, about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. That's right. Not much. We're gonna get some Dijon mustard. And that's it. I mean, basically. Now we gotta add cream and all this other stuff to this, but not now. Later on, we're gonna add, you know, the cream and all that other stuff. Okay. You know, right now. Yeah. Hey, by the way, guys, please. Hopefully the music is all right. It's not too loud. I remember I was looking back at yesterday's episode and it wasn't loud enough. But I don't want it to be too loud. I do enjoy listening to the music while I'm cooking. Please let me know in the chat. I see everybody's. Yeah, yesterday's episode was like super censored for whatever reason. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, see how beautiful this looks already? If you can only smell it. All right. So you see, it's kind of like a little thick there. Oh. Okay. See, we got a little bit of, you know, that's from the butter. Okay. Where, you know, we're letting some of that mustard and that Worcestershire to do its thing. All right. But as you can see, the butter just kind of like doing its thing there. So what we're gonna do now is that, again, we're gonna go with the technique. Oh, did I run out of flour already? Oh shit. I guess I did. Man, I gotta get more flour. Jeez. Alright. So now what we're gonna do is this, we're gonna add flour to this. This is what's gonna thicken the sauce later on. You know, but it needs to kind of cook and do its thing. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna add some flour. How much? Again, just like a tablespoon or something like that. Not much. But the flour, see? This is called Sanjay. So that's it. This is about 2 tablespoons worth. Okay? Make sure it's nice and thick. So remember, we're making a roux with the fat that we've already put in there, aka the butter and the olive oil. All right? So the butter and the olive oil that we've added in there, you know, now you see, now it's really creating a roux. All right? So Let that cook down. We're gonna get the beef stock. Okay, we're gonna get that beef stock. We're gonna get that water for the stock. Okay, so as you guys can see, all right, you see, it's a roux. It's kind of turning into a roux. All right, so now, guess what? Now we got the water. First of all, let's add that beef back in there. Okay, now we add the water. Water / beef base, all right? So you already know, this is a poor man's kitchen up in here. Again, I know all the cooking shows, they fucking guilt trip you to like, make your own stock. Make your own, dude, this is stock right here. Just add water, all right? You'd be surprised what they unless you're going to a 5-star restaurant, they ain't making no stock. Every freaking restaurant you probably go to, that's how they make their stock. If you're lucky, you don't even want to know. Anyways, so yeah, you know what I mean. Don't be guilt tripping into that. Like if you, for whatever reason, have the ability to make stock and have it and hold it and yada yada yada, go ahead. It's a far superior way to cook with actual stock, as opposed to, some of these things. But the reality is that, 99%, 95% of the people out there, they do it with exactly what you just saw there. Some sort of base, all right? Some sort of beef base. Because in order to make that on a consistent basis, for like your home, I mean, it's not easy, okay? And it's only worth it if you have lots of bones, meat available at your disposal, in which case, I mean, it'd be dumb of you if you didn't do something, okay? So, okay, you see we have liquid there. This is probably how I want it to be when it's done. So guess what? We're gonna add more water. Why? Because this is gonna be cooking away, all right? I want this to cook and cook and cook, all right? This thing is like not even. My pan is not even. So what I'm gonna do to make it easier, we got Gizmo out there causing a ruckus. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is just throw all this in here. Why? To make it easier on everybody, including myself. Okay? Look at that. We got that beef stroganoff. Oh yeah, let me see. Awesome. Give me a second. Let me go check on Gizmo, see what's going on there. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, sorry about that. All right, but This is vodka drinking music. Yes, yes. Blah, blah.
Bruh.
All right. Gizmo, what's up, bro? What are you yelling at? Man, there was some motherfuckers out there, leaving like things on your door, to buy pizza, and I don't like when people leave shit at the door. Thanks, Gizmo. I appreciate you barking the fuck out of yourself. Thank you, thank you. Ra, ra. I'm reading the chat here. All right, so the reason I put it in that pot again is just to make it easier and so it can cook evenly. At the end of the day, we already know what we're making here. You know what I mean? It's pretty self-explanatory. All right, so that's it. It's there. We are done with it. So now I'm gonna cover it. All right, let's move. Okay. So back here, I got, this is all I can find. I can only find this mini fusilli or whatever, So that's what we're going with, all right? How long does it cook? I don't know. I gotta cook this for like 8 minutes. I think I'm not gonna cook this yet. I'm just gonna wait. This is too early to cook. You know what I mean? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna cook this right at the end. So we're just gonna leave that water back there. I guess what I can do is just cover it up. All right. And there we go. So now we will get started on the cookies. So that's it. I mean, the beef stroganoff is done. The only thing we're gonna add to it. In fact, let's add some now because it will change the flavor. We gotta add some sour cream first. So I forgot. Let's add a little bit now, and then we're gonna add a little bit later. All right. Again, this is flavor. Yummy. But yes, it is crazy hot out here. Woof. It's been hitting like 100 degrees the last few days. My God. And this is the week I was destined to wear this, which is, again, I don't know if you know, this is like a sweatsuit. Supposed to enhance the sweating. Oh, jeez.
Bruh.
But this suit, this is the best. This is the Adidas. This is what they wear in Russia. This is so cold. So, I'm gonna get some of this. See, that's the thing that sucks about wearing glasses. Is that when you're cooking, especially like when we're frying the meat there, all that grease gets up in your glasses. But you know what? It also makes me think, damn, if you don't have glasses, that stuff gets in your eye, doesn't it? Anyways. All right. All right, so I'm covering this up, okay? Full blast, all right? So I can get to full blast and do its cooking and do its thing. And that's it, you know what I mean? So we'll move on to that. Okay, so now we're just gonna do a quick little cleanup here. It's not like we gotta do much cleanup. But we gotta start getting the ingredients ready for the cookies. We will turn on the oven in a little bit. It's already hot enough in here. Alright, so but now it's time for the cookies. Man, this kitchen is such a mess. I gotta clean this up. It's like a bomb fucking blew up in here. Bruh. You know, I started drinking with this, but it is too hot. Blah. Blah. It's too hot, you know, out here. So I had to move to expert mode. Okay, so let's get the butter. So let's bring this cameras over here so you guys can see a little better. Hold on. Come on. Okay. So we're just measuring out the butter. All right, 226 grams of butter. So I know these two here. This is 90 grams, right? $180 grams. Alright, so we got 200 grams, 226. Probably like another tablespoon or so. Okay. Boom. But yeah, this butter gets very soft very quickly out here, as you guys can see. By the way, I'm like borderline like going to heat exhaustion out here every day. You know, this at least for this week, you know. I know I'll be back to normal next week. You know, just a regular suffering and death and heat, but my God. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, this week is hardcore for sure. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna, you know, just cream these guys a little bit. Oops. Yeah, I fell right on the. Anyways. So we're just gonna start. You know, start the cream. Again, I don't have a machine, so you gotta do your own thing here. So we're just creaming them a little bit because we're gonna be adding powdered sugar to this. See if I can help it along. Yeah, because normally you gotta cream it with sugar, regular sugar, but in this case it's powdered sugar. And like I said, you know, this kitchen is a little hard to work with because it goes from hard to soft very quickly. Bruh. So you see, it's already kind of like melting. We just want it soft. I don't want it to melt. Anyways, I think I'm just start adding some of the ingredients in here. Yeah, I think it's gonna melt too much. All right, so let's just start adding some of the ingredients, all right? Like the salt and stuff. Right. Okay, so a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Always gotta add salt. All right, never skimp on the salt when it comes to anything sweet that you're making. You see? So shout out to everybody out there. So yeah, like I said, we're in the process of creaming it right now. All right, so it's 2 teaspoons, right? This is half a teaspoon, right? So 2 teaspoons, right, of the vanilla. Let's get that powdered sugar. So it's 3/4 cups of powdered sugar. Remember, sift it. Okay, yeah, I think you guys can see that, right? Yeah, that is good. It's the Russian heartbeat is so good, made me start speaking German. A drink to you, comrades. Yeah. Okay. So now the creaming process. So you want to cream all this together first before adding anything else. Look how much softer it's already gotten. It's crazy. Yeah, this would be, again, in order for you to do this by hand, it would be so much more difficult. That is one of the advantages, I guess, of being in 100-degree weather right now. Because doing this in a cold environment or just normal environment, it's a lot harder because, well, again, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? So. But here you can also run the risk trying to just break up those chunks of butter in there. But anyways, yeah, out here, you know, you can run the risk of it melting too much. Yeah, I never even heard about these Russian tea cookies, and then you know, I'm just doing research, you know, for the things I'm gonna cook. You know, I was gonna cook this week, And I found out that this is, you know, a lot of people eat this. Like this is a cookie that is made outside of Russia per se. It's Russian, but oh, you know what? I completely forgot. I do gotta turn on the oven. All right, let me turn on the oven now, as it's getting crazy hot in here. All right, look, as you guys can see, we're gonna turn this down. Here, let's bring it back over here. Man, I wish you could smell it. It smells so good. All right, and as you can see that for a minute, so I can turn on the oven and get the nuts. Yeah, I wish you could smell that, my God. So let me give it a stir. All right. See, it's already getting nice and thick. It's gonna get even thicker. And again, if it gets too thick, you just add a little bit of water. But it's still thin. You know what I mean? It's thick, but it's still a little thin. So again, we're gonna let it cook, and it's gonna just get thicker as it cooks because of that roux that we made earlier. But yeah, it smells already beyond delicious. You know what it smells like? It smells like beef stroganoff. Bruh. I haven't had that in a while. Alright, so now that we've checked in, I put the butter mixture back in the fridge for a minute. That's like, man, that thing is melting too fast. Okay. Dangerous. Danger. Danger. Okay, so got that. Let's turn the oven on. So again, I'm lowering this now. I put it on medium and I uncovered it. So let it uncover there. Now let's turn the oven on. It's like around 375 degrees. Okay, so you gotta turn on the oven to like around 375. There you go. Yeah, that looks amazing. All right, so let's keep an eye on that over there for a minute. Just let that cook. You know, basically until the beef is fork tender. So basically by the time we're done with the cookies, you know what I mean? So, all right, so we're gonna get 3/4 of a cup of nuts. Now, traditionally, oh my God, this is not Russian hard base. Come on, man. Now the mouse doesn't want to work. It's like, no, I want to listen to this crap, horrible music. Okay, so, all right, so 3/4 of a cup. Yep. I got like 5. I'm gonna leave these nuts here for my wife, otherwise she'll kill me if I take them all. All right. So we got 3/4 of a cup of nuts. We're supposed to kind of like roast them in the oven for a few minutes, all right? So we're gonna do that. We gotta chop them up first. To give them a little chop. Now, you're supposed to use walnuts, right? Traditionally, I guess, from what the recipe said, walnuts. I don't have any walnuts. I just didn't buy any, but I do have almonds. I thought I was gonna use pecans, but I think the wife ate them all. She eats everything. It's funny because you guys have seen my wife, you know what I mean? And she's like tiny, and yet she's a lot more than me. Yeah, she eats more than me and Gizmo, if you can believe that. But hey, she got good genetics or whatever. Anyway, so whatever. All right, so what are we gonna do now? We're gonna chop these guys up, and then we're just gonna put them in the oven for a few minutes, just to get them kind of going. All right. We're chopping them up, you know, to make it easier for you to chew, whatever. So you don't get these monster chunks. So again, we got almonds. That's all I got. And by the way, yeah, I mean, as far as I know, depending on the, of course, depending on the nut, depending on the flavor, it's gonna change it. Almonds are very tasty though, so if anything, I think there's an improvement, but whatever. And since a lot of these Russian dishes are, you know, not all of them, but a lot of them are, you know, kind of like to show opulence or to show, you know, greatness and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? You know, almonds would actually fit better the bill, I think, these days, right? Than a walnut. A walnut is just a regular nut. Almonds are more awesome, I think. You know what I mean? They're fancier. They're more expensive, right? I think. Sorry, I'm not really comparing walnut prices out there. I mean, out here I get like a whole bag of pistachios for like $5. You know what I mean? All right, so I'm just putting these in the oven for like 5 minutes. Let me put on the timer so I don't forget. But again, it's just kind of to like get a little bit of the oils released, you know, get them a little bit toasty, a little whatever. But again, we need them to cool down completely before we move on to before we add them to the thing. So. And now we drink again. All right, let's read the chat real quick, see what you guys are up to in there. Oh man, so hot. Cookies! Yeah, sorry, reading the chat real quick. Oh, I'm over here. I'm reading the chat. Shout out to everybody out there. Alright. Let's go and get the remaining. You know what? I'm gonna put this away. Yeah, so I gotta always be careful with all the ants and stuff out here. Oh, sure. Okay, so we got the, oh, did the camera go on already? So hot. Yeah, this beef stroganoff is coming along very nice. Let me turn the water back on, then we should start working on the noodles. Let me reconnect the GoPro. Let me put this back in the fridge. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves out there as we do Russia week. From what people keep telling me that they're about to sign like a peace deal or a peace treaty out there, you know, with Ukraine and Russia and that whole thing. So you're welcome. You see, I was able to bring it all back together here. You know, bring all nations together to one. All right, through cooking, and we are here now celebrating with some beef stroganoff and some Russian cookies. Now that Russia has taken over Ukraine. Okay, cookie time. Time for cookies. This is a Russian Gotnik cookies. Okay, so it's basically nice and creamed together. Alright, so now the flour, let's add the flour now. Let me check the nuts. I think the nuts are almost. Okay, the nuts are basically done. Got butter on my glasses. Alright, so let me take the nuts out. You guys want to see my nuts, huh? You guys want to see my nuts? These are my nuts, straight out of the oven. Look at that. How awesome is that, huh? You enjoy that? You like it? You nasty fucks. Disgusting mother. How dare you? How dare you look at my nuts? Alright, so. What's wrong with you people, man? What's wrong with you? Jesus. No decency left in this world. Now we add the flour. So 2.5 cups. I forgot the sieve. Okay, so we got the 2.5. Russian hard-based cookies. By the way, guys, remember, we're here every week, okay? Monday through Thursday, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern, all right? With insanity, such as what we've done this week. Next week, no more Ukraine, Russia. Next week, we go back to normal. But what is normal? Well, we don't know. The wife was suggesting, oh, let's do some vegetarian stuff. But I'm like, but wife, I need to eat. I cannot survive on vegetarian stuff. So we're probably going to be doing something like that. We're going to do some vegetarian stuff, and we're going to be doing other stuff as well. So, you know, stay tuned for that. You know what I mean? I'm probably going to be making... I'm already with the menu for next week. All right? By the way, we're just mixing some freaking cookie dough here, guys. All right? Not rocket science. You do not need me to walk you through this. Babushka. Babushka will hit you with the spatula if you do not know how to make the cookies. Yeah, but anyways, we're just mixing together these ingredients. Let me get all this flour off of my hands. But yes, but you know, next week we're already going to be doing, I think, depending on what Christian brings back from the market today, she went out to buy a few things. She also went to the market. So depending on what she brings back will depend on what I'm going to be making. I think eggplants are in season out here. I think we got eggplants right now. So I might be making things like, you know, baba ganoush, eggplant parmesan, and I don't know. Maybe if you guys can suggest, you know, some eggplant things, I can do that. But yeah, I got like a kind of like a little menu. You know, I might be doing some pupusas finally. If you guys don't know what pupusas are, that's a El Salvadorian dish. It's very popular, semi-vegetarian. But yeah, see, look, it's funny. Like she goes, oh, I want like vegetarian stuff, but yeah, it's okay. You can use like pork. Bruh. You know, or pork fat and things like that. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, because she grew up very different out here. She grew up eating a lot of vegetables and pork and chicken and things like that. And I did not, you know. I grew up eating like a lot of beef and steak and all that shit. You know, like an animal. You know, very different diet. You know, I'm more like a Spanish European diet. All right, so we're gonna now just use our hands, all right? Otherwise, it's not gonna. I think this might need a little bit more flour. As you guys know, we've been having that problem with, no, I think it might be all right. Yeah, because this cookie dough, from what I understood when I was looking at the recipe, it's a little extra wet, I guess. A little extra sticky. So we might just add a little bit of flour in this. I think we're all right. Just a little bit. Like a dash. But that's it. And now we're going to just add these nuts in there as well. And there we go. Yeah, this is definitely a different kind of cookie dough. Yeah, because I've never made like a cookie dough with powdered sugar. So this is the powdered sugar. Oh, I just noticed that this camera was off. Jeez. It's like that. It's not like that makes it any better, but yeah. So there you go. Now we got more of a cookie dough there. So you want it to at least kind of be kind of like firm or something, you know. Bruh. There's always a problem, huh? There's always a problem with how firm things are, huh? Jesus. I got cookie dough everywhere. Jesus Christ. Alright, so just kind of mush this into a ball real quick, and then we're going to start making cookies out of this, right? In the meantime, I'm going to put this in the fridge for just a second. If I can clean up. Because it's so hot. I don't want it to like be in the excess heat for any extra time that it doesn't need to be in there. Okay. So today, I mean, again, super simple stuff, guys. You know, the beef stroganoff is basically done. We just gotta, it just has to finish. doing this thing in the oven and stuff, all right? I mean, not in the oven. What am I talking about? See? Yeah, so the beef stroganoff is just getting tender. We gotta wait for the beef to get tender, which is almost there. The sauce to thicken up. The noodles, we gotta finish the noodles. Okay, we gotta finish those noodles, and then that's it. The cookies. We're about to start baking those cookies in a second. I just want to clean up here. All right, so that way I have a clean work surface area here. Whew, all right. But these cookies also are not going to take that long to cook either. They're only going to take like 10 to 12 minutes from my understanding, right? They're not going to really take too long. Cookies usually don't take that long anyway, but still. But let's take a look at the beef stroganoff, okay? Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. So again, we're just gonna check on the beef. Again, I'll get like a big piece of beef. Yeah, and then I'll just like, if it already, there we go, big chunk there. If it breaks up with the spoon, there we go. So we're almost tender, we're almost there. Gonna cook a little longer. Okay, so we're not quite there. Let's turn this to medium. Yeah, but this already smells so good. And with the butter noodles, you know, I think the butter noodles I think the butter noodles will actually be better than what was I saying? Yeah, the butter noodles will be better than the egg noodles. Because I wanted egg noodles because I feel like the egg noodles are a little bit more traditional. I feel like the egg noodles are a little bit more traditional, but all I could really find, anything even remotely close to that at the local store here, was this mini fusilli. So whatever. So we're gonna just cook these guys and mix them with some butter. How much is in here? No, okay. I'm just gonna cook all of it. You know. How am I gonna do it? Like, you know, like 3 mini fusilli. Just cook it all. So, and then the secret, basically, you don't need to add oil or anything to. Let's flip back there so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, but anyways, look at this magic. You can see it come up. Anyways, all you gotta do is just add salt. You know, a nice amount of salt. And then that's it, really. You don't need to add oil or anything. You know, in this case, you know, I don't want to add anything. It's just some salt because they need to be salted, right? Cook them for like around 10 minutes. And then we're going to take them out and butter them and then put them back in the pan and butter them, and that's it. I mean, seriously, it's can't get any easier than that. So, I mean, the beef stroganoff is a very easy meal. I mean, something that you can make very easily, very quickly. Again, you saw me today, you know, look how long it took me to make it today. It's probably gonna take you a little less time because you don't gotta be doing a video while you're cooking it. You know what I mean? So it's probably a lot easier for you. Since I guess, you know, you don't got an audience to pander to, you know? So yeah, I mean, how long have we been streaming today? I think very short time, right? Yeah, look at that, just a little over an hour. We're almost done. Today's a quick episode. Basically, the cookies, that's what we're gonna be doing now. So, we'll be cutting some parchment paper here. A bit too much. All right. I think we're gonna be needing 2 of these, but I'm not gonna cut it yet, I'm gonna wait. All right, so let me finish these vodka because I am so thirsty. Woo! I don't know, I mean, I think this is helping me, right? This is not dehydrating me, right? Right? Yeah, this is not. Whew. Oh my gosh. I've already finished 4 liters of vodka in this week alone. Oh my god. So hot. Alright, so now let's just start getting the cookies cooking. Alright, we gotta start cooking the cookies. Alright? If we don't cookie the cookies, we're never gonna be able to eat the cookies. You know what I'm saying? You follow me? You know, right? Bruh. Start cooking the cookies. So now what we must do, okay, is that we must adjust Adidas sweatsuit. Then we must get a cookie scoop. Okay? And you make the cookies. Okay, let's bring the camera over here. You guys don't really need to see pasta boiling. You guys want me to see playing with my balls, right? So, cooking the pasta. Let's put some 10 minutes on this. Oh, I wish I could play this kind of music almost every live stream, but I cannot. So, we're just enjoying the hell out of it this week. My God, I wish you could be here so you can smell the deliciousness that is this beef stroganoff. This is the beef. This is the stroganoff of my peoples. But yeah, I think Chicken Kiev Day was the worst day of the week. That was the hardest day. We were taking over Kiev, you know. Bruh. But now that we've basically, you know, taken over, now this is easy. You know, we're just here making cookies. Bruh.
How dare you?
Okay. So this dough is a little, you know, it's a little different than the other cookie doughs. So you have to shape it a little bit. Normally, when I make these, when I make cookies, I just, you know, I just plop them there, you know, from the cookie scoop. But this seems to be a little bit more, I don't know, they're just a little, you see? These balls are a little bit misshapen. Bruh. No, I mean, I think it's because of the powdered sugar. The powdered sugar makes these balls a little misshapen, as you guys can see. But they're still gonna be delicious. I can tell that this batter, just by having it in between my, you know, just putting these balls in between my hands, I can already tell it's gonna be good cooking. 100%. You can tell. You know, usually when you have, you know, balls in your hand like that, and you're shaping them and stuff, you know, you can tell. You can tell if it's a good pair of balls or not. You know? Am I right or am I right, ladies? Alright, so I think we're going to let's just space them out a little bit here. So you see how they crumble a little bit? I think we're going to be able to do like 24 cookies, I guess. I guess we're going to do 2 trays here. Well, that's great. A lot of cookies for the weekend. Got Russian cookies for the weekend, baby. Okay, so now that we got these Russian tea cookies here, we're going to now put them in the oven and put a timer on them. Yeah, we're going to have to put another timer on. Okay. In the meantime, we can get these guys ready. Right. I gotta make room down here. I don't have a cookie rack or, you know, a rack. All right, so the cookies 10 to 12 minutes. You know, I'm gonna start off at 10 minutes and then give them a quick little look, and then we'll go from there. Today we make Russian tea cookies. With the blood of our enemies. Yeah, a lot of people were like telling me like, oh, that yesterday's episode I think was like censored or something. And I don't know, man. I don't think so, man. You know, I think sometimes some things get censored, but I think a lot of times, you know, what really happens is just the pipes, man, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta remember, man, this whole thing is a complicated system. You know, we take it for granted, you know, like the YouTube and the Twitch and all this technology and stuff like that. And sometimes, you know, things just happen, you know what I mean? Like, you know, YouTube breaks down, or they have, you know, they have a pipe leak or something. I don't know, you know what I mean? And because I was looking back and like, well, everything was fine on the other channels. It was just something with kind of like with YouTube, and then I was looking at other stuff from other creators. And I'm like, oh, okay, wait a minute, this wasn't me. It's just the whole YouTube in general. And sometimes they go hard with stupid censoring. You know what I mean? Like, for example, you know, I'm basically just talking about, you know, Ukrainian food, and that's enough. You know what I mean? I can't be talking about that. You know what I mean? A Russian food. You know. But like, again, I go watch on Twitch, and I'm like, man, I'm getting a lot of views on Twitch, and a lot of followers and subscribers and all that. So shout out to all of you guys out there, all of you new viewers and subscribers and everybody. Really, for real. Shout out to all of you. All right, so it seems like we made 12 and 11, so that's 20 something, 23. Okay. Oof, oh my God, so hot. Okay. So I'm gonna put these cookies kind of like away from the oven. So they don't burn. Oh, perfect, the wife is home. Yes. ¿Tienes hambre? Alright. Ya casi está ya. What's that?
Granada.
Granada.
Creo que es pomen no sé qué. Pomegranate.
Oh, pomegranate. Oh, really? Oh, awesome. The wife brought some pomegranates from the far east. Can I enseñar them?
Sí.
Look at that. She came on an adventure. She came back with a pomegranate tree or bush or something. I don't know. Es una mata, pero no una mata grande.
Y es la que es roja.
Sí, pero no una mata gigante.
Es como un arbusto grande. No es un árbol.
Ah, okay. So we'll see. Vamos a tener pomegranates.
Sí. Y el otro sí es un árbol. El que traigo en la mochila sí es un árbol.
¿Y por qué te compraste ahora?
No, compré, los regalan.
Ah, okay. Cool. Awesome. All right. Yeah. So the wife came back with a bunch of gifts from afar. So I guess we're gonna have fresh pomegranates at some point. And something else. I don't know what the other thing was. What was the other thing? ¿Qué cosa? ¿El pomegranate y qué más?
Y el otro es un árbol maya que es una bebida.
Oh, and some Mayan tree. Alright, so I'm pretty sure the pasta's already done, so we're gonna check on that. Let me get the butter. Okay, let's switch it back. Yes! Super hot base. Okay, look at that. So these guys are perfectly done. So we are gonna now drain them. Let's check this out. Look at that, this is done. Look at that. Just make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom. ¿Cómo huele rico?
Sí.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna drain these guys real quick. Yeah, I know it's crazy hot today, right? I'm already kind of getting used to it. All right, so we're just gonna drain these. So I'm gonna take them over here to this, you know, to the drainage facility, aka the sink. All right. Add them back in the pot. All right. Keep the flame on. Flame on. Okay, and then we're just gonna add some butter, man. I mean, this can't get any easier. I mean, it can. You can just order takeout, but you know, you're not trying to do that, are you? Right?
Bruh.
So that's it. Just buttered noodles. That's it. I mean, and then you get a spoon, and you mix it in there. And you're good. In fact, is that a little bit more butter? So about nice fat, you know, tablespoon and a half. But again, very simple. Okay. Butter noodles. Alright, just having that butter melt and do its thing in there. Sí, a 10 minutos ya está. Okay, so that's it. We turn off the heat. Oh well. Alright, that's it. Super simple. Done. Put that there to the side. Okay, we got the yummy, delicious beef stroganoff. You know, so you know, that's exactly what you want at 100-degree weather. That's basically done as well. And now the cookies. So we just wait on the cookies. Oh, okay. Porque no teníamos Jamaica. Ah, okay. Yeah, so we're about to serve it up. I mean, tú quieres comer ya, espera unos minutos. Es que tengo que esperar unas galletas 10 minutos. Okay. Okay, alright. I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna wait for these cookies and then, yeah, so we got a few minutes left on the, so We got one batch of cookies we gotta finish. So we're finishing this one. We got one more we gotta finish. And then after that, that's it. The wife is gonna try the food. It's gonna be awesome. Check out these cookies. All right. Look how they look. I think I'm gonna give them a few more minutes. All right, so I think we're gonna go with 13 minutes total. So I'm gonna go with 2 more. I'm gonna go with 12 minutes total. I'm sorry. All right, so that's it. And then we're just gonna do the cookies. All right, give me a sec. I'll be right back. Keep an eye on the beef stroganoff. Look at that. 2 minutes, perfect timing. Let's check on them real quick. Look at that. Now they're perfect. I'm gonna show you why. See, look. Yeah, let's get these off of here. I don't want to cook anymore. But you see, do you want them to kind of? They're still gonna be kind of soft, but hold on. I want to show you what's going on here. That's the whole point of the show, right? There we go. Check this out. You see how the bottom is there? But the top, it even looks and feels like, oh, this is still raw. It's not. You see? It's like borderline. I'm gonna flip them around. See, borderline, almost burnt. Okay, so I think 11 minutes is the perfect. Okay, look at that. They're not burnt. All right, here, let me. You see? They're not burnt at all. But on the top, you'll never know. How do you know? Is because right there. One second. Okay. So as you guys can see, that angle better. All right. You see how they look? They're still blonde, and as they're sitting here, they're still cooking. All right. Out of the oven, they're still cooking, doing their thing. So now we're gonna put this on a wire rack. All right, which is down there. That's all I got. Okay. Yeah, I'll call you. All right, so they can really like cool down. You know, let the air flow. Yeah, but these cookies look amazing. They look amazing. So I think 11 minutes is that's the magic number. That's the magic number. All right. Because 12 was too much. Okay. Well, was a bit too much, okay? I'm gonna put these back on here. Oh man, I'm excited for those cookies. They look so good. Look at those. Look how good they look. Well, you already saw. Damn, forgot. Alright. Alright, so I put the timer on. Alright. And we're just now gonna just sit back and wait. Alright, and the beef stroganoff. Let's check on that. Check it out. Okay. The beef is finally nice and tender. All right, so look how thick. Here, let me. Hey. But check it out. I have this leaning up against the pot, okay? But look, just check it out. Look how thick. And beautiful. Look at the meat, nice and tender. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm only using. There you go. See, look, ta-da, nice and tender. And that's it. You can't ask for anything better, anything more better. Nice and thick and delicious sauce, and we're good to go. In fact, we're missing one thing, which is we're gonna add a little bit of that more sour cream, which is right at the end. So we're gonna add that now. Okay. Now, it's beef stroganoff. Bliat, bliat! Look at that. Now it is the beef stroganoff. Yes. Yes. Now we are talking. Look at this. Such beautiful. Okay, and that's it. Got that on low heat, just doing its thing, waiting for the cookies. Oh, my GoPro broke. The thing broke. Let me fix it. There we go. That's it. I'm going to bring that up to heat a little bit more. Then we got the noodles back here. Perfection. And that's it. We'll cover this up to get it back to heat up again. And we are done. All right, we're just now waiting a few minutes. So I'm gonna look through the chat. If you guys have any comments, questions, anything, I'm gonna look through the chat now. We're gonna just talk a little bit. We got about 8 minutes. So be back. Give me a second. Let me just get something. No, man, these cookies. I love cookies. All right, well, let's just sit here and talk, discuss, chat, whatever. Too hot to be baking. See, look, 95 degrees. Yeah, man, it's hot. It's not for everybody. You know what they say? If it's too hot, if the kitchen's too hot, get out of the kitchen or some shit like that. And I make it even worse on myself. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I do? I got the 400-degree oven behind me. I'm sitting here in sweats, literally. In fact, since we're like at the halfway point here, let me actually flip the cookies, okay? So that way I don't have to worry about the cookies until they're done. Just flip these guys around. Always, you know, again, especially like if you have an oven like mine that is very uneven, you gotta make sure to flip it around because otherwise it's not gonna cook evenly. All right. It's a beautiful thing. Very beautiful. The hell happened here? They ain't got these two. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh whatever. Anyways, let's see the chat. Yeah, this thing's not even working, it's so hot. There you go. Yeah, it is really, really hot. That's 100% sure. So, Magic Crate says, props to you, Jose. My family and I are not coping with this Merida heat at all. Mucho calor. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm used to it, man. I was born and raised in Miami, in the swamp. You know, a lot hotter than it is here. And I used to be a chef. So I'm used to even hotter kitchens than this, if you can believe that. You know, so... Yeah, these cookies, I mean, they look amazing. I can't wait to try those later. Kristen's gonna try them and stuff, so. Yeah, like, I'm not against vegetarianism. I'm not against any kind of dietary anything. I mean, like, you know, whatever works for you or anyone out there. You know, I'm just reading the chat, answering and talking, you know. But the reality is that, like, you know, the whole veganism stuff, that's not that good for you, you know what I mean? Vegetarian is fine, and there's other things, you know, I know people that are pescatarian, I know people that are just meat eaters, you know what I mean? Because of dietary, they don't have a choice but to do that, and just many things like that. I think the GoPro's finally dead, right at the end. We survived, it did pretty good today. Can't complain. I'm going to change the battery since, you know, I've got a few minutes. I got time. Man, these GoPros are really awesome, man. I know people that have used some of the like first generation, you know, some of the first like generation GoPros, right? And they still use them today. Like as a security camera, for example, they just have it like hooked up, you know, like with some other wiring and things like that, and it just keeps going and going and going and going and going and going. And I remember, I think it was Casey Neistat was using it as a security camera, right? And he made an episode recently, like a few months ago, as to where it finally died. You know, it finally bit the dust. It was already too much. And really what it was just, it had nothing to do with the camera itself. The camera was still fine. It was just something else that broke. You know what I mean? Some wire or something else. Something unrelated to the GoPro itself. You know what I mean? And I'm like, wow. And you know, I put these things through the ringer for reals. You know, you guys see me drop them all the time. I use them with me. I make other videos with them. I put them over here. They're right over the heat. You know, literally, when I touch these cameras, a lot of people, you know, you can get burned. Like for real. You know what I mean? Like right. I mean, because it's right over the heat. This thing gets super crazy hot. Since I'm live streaming, it doesn't shut off automatically always. It just keeps going and going and going. And that could be bad, you know what I mean, for the thing, but it doesn't, you know, it just keeps going. So, I don't know, shout out to GoPro for making awesome cameras. American made, you know? Not like these cheap Russian knockoffs, you know? The Pro Go. The Pro Go's no good. I do not recommend you try Pro Go. Yeah, you know it's hot when the breeze is hot, when the water is hot. So, all right, time to get the cookies out. Man. These are perfect. Oh, come on, man. These just connect. Why is he asking me all these stupid questions he's never asked me before? Alright, check out these cookies. Okay. So these 11 minutes, and look at that, perfect, perfect. In fact, they're overcooking on here, so I'm just gonna put them. All right, there you go. There's the cookies. They're all just like cooling up. He's already nice and cool. But look at the difference, all right? Not much. Sorry. Bruh. But anyways, they're done. They're perfect. That's for sure. Bruh. So that's it. So we got those cookies down there. Alright, so we got the beef stroganoff. You ready? You hungry? ¿Tienes hambre? Let's do it. So let's check this beef stroganoff one last time. Alright. Look at that. Nice and gravy. Nice and thick gravy. Got those mushrooms, the beef, all that. So good. So Good. All right. Ready? Dame, bueno, ¿con cuánto quieres que te tenga? ¿Mucho? ¿Por eso?
Música de Street Fighter.
Mira, ven.
Estuvo muy fácil.
Mira, mira, ven. No tiene mucho que ver. Ya voy. Okay, so that's the dish there. And of course, the most magic of all the ingredients, the parsley. Move. Oh, I forgot about. Gizmo, move. Get out of here. Get. So I completely forgot. I still need to finish these cookies.
Oh, olvidé mi teléfono.
Okay. Go ahead and do that while I finish. I forgot these cookies still need to get finished. So how do we finish these cookies? We gotta roll them in powdered sugar. That's right, powdered sugar. So I'll bring this camera here so you guys can see. Yeah, everything's Russian today. All right. All right, so we're gonna just get some powdered sugar here. All right, we're gonna get the cookie. Look at that. And roll the cookie and the powdered sugar. And now you got a Russian tea cookie. I'm sure you've seen these, right? These look familiar, right? Now they'll probably look a lot more familiar. So I'm gonna do these to all the cookies. See? Look at that. All right, let's check them on the GoPro.
¿Ya puedo comer?
Okay. You like it? You like the beef stroganoff? You see, I'm telling you, man, not everybody is in agreement with what's happening out there, but, you know, you'll get used to it.
Bruh.
Right? It's good, right?
Sí.
Mucho better than the Ukrainian food, right?
Lo de ayer fue ucraniano, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Igual estaba muy rico.
Everything was Ukrainian. No, I'm just. These are all just jokes and bad taste, as you know. They're all good. They're all delicious. Everything's wonderful. So now I have the task of we gotta get all these cookies nice and sugared. So we're gonna be doing that. Okay, while she's over there eating, finishing up. Now I know why they mainly do this during Christmas, you know, because of the white, you know. I don't know. And that's it. Yes. So, Russian hard base. This is the way.
Del cual estamos hartos.
And that's it. Easy peasy, guys. Pero una galletita.
¡Ay!
Hey, Gizmo, we're hungry. Yeah, take a bite of one of the cookies. Yeah, you're good. All right. So, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. Let's go through the comment section one last time. See what you guys have to say. So, Christian loved it. You know, even more than what I thought. Very delicious. Very good. We got Gizmo out here. And that's it. That's right. So shout out to everybody. All right, guys. So I'm gonna finish up these cookies. As you guys can see, all I'm doing is just dipping them in powdered sugar. All right, and that's basically how these cookies are. I heard that, you know, again, you gotta dip them in powdered sugar, dip them again in powdered sugar right before. Just a lot of powdered sugar, which is good. I like it. Okay. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's week of Russian and Ukrainian, you know, music, food, entertainment, all kinds of insanity and hilarity. All right, you already know how we do here. It's just constant insanity, right? What are we doing next week? I don't know. We are going to be doing some, you know, vegetarian type dishes, you know, because the wifey, you know, she requested a few. So we're going to be doing some of that. You know, like I said, some lentil soup, you know, some baba ganoush. No encontraste no eggplant? Oh, yeah?
Traje, sí.
All right. So we're going to be doing things like that. Maybe some eggplant parmesan or something a little similar. We'll see. Word up. All right. No more Russian hard base because there's no more Russian, you know, so we'll see. Maybe we'll put some vegetarian music on. Right?
Ya, por favor.
What's vegetarian music? Like Indian music? No. I'm the worst. Alright, guys, so you already know the drill. You already know the deal. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please share, please hit the bell icon. But more importantly than anything else, please stay awesome. But please stay tuned. I go live anytime after 2 p.m. Eastern every single day, Monday through Thursday. We have weekly streams, daily streams, you know, cooking all kinds of things. I also have a podcast. Check all the links down below. I got many things. I'm all over the internets. Literally. You have no idea. Alright, so with that being said, thanks again for watching. See you guys next week, or I'll see you guys tonight on the podcast if you guys are going to be around for that. So, peace out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on Monday. Bye.